And now, Lifestyles Unlimited presents the Real Estate Investor Radio Show. Over the next hour, we unfold your map to financial freedom. You'll learn how to retire through investing in single-family and multifamily real estate. You'll learn how to create cash flow and build wealth so you can have the time and money to live the lifestyle you want.
Welcome to the show. My name is Al Gordon, and as always, we're working on your financial freedom. No, it's not another edition of Tell Al Tuesday. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to tell you about me. I'm going to tell you about something called the lifestyle. Yeah, after all, this is the Lifestyles Unlimited Real Estate Investor Radio Show. We have the word lifestyles in the middle of the title, yet we don't talk about the lifestyle as frequently as we should. And I think you need to hear about the lifestyle because when you get your retirement strategy in order, when you finally figure out that what you're doing for retirement, it's either working or it's not working, and when you decide that it's not working, maybe what I share with you will help you get on track so that you can change the lifestyle you currently have. So what kind of lifestyle do you currently have? You're probably working. You're probably trading time for money. Now, why do I say that? Because I've been there, done that. I've got all the T-shirts. Heck, I spent 27 years in the United States Army. You want to talk about being present for duty and always having like more hours, I should say having less hours available to do all the things that needed to be done? That's military service. Yeah, and not to mention all the deployments, all the being away from home, all that stuff, and the fact that the bad guys want to kill you. Yeah, imagine that kind of lifestyle. Okay, so what is your lifestyle like? Are you going through a lifestyle where you're getting up every morning, you're trying to wipe the sleep out of your eyes, you're trying to go through your normal routine in the morning just to get in the car and fight traffic to get to a place where you call work, and you're putting in 8 or 9 or 10 hours doing whatever that work is, and then when you're done doing that work, you get back in the car and you hang out with all of your friends on the freeway going 0 miles per hour. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that rush hour traffic, only to get home and find that you have very little time available to you and your family, and you have to try and maximize that little time that's available because you spent the majority of your time doing something for somebody else who either didn't want to do it for themselves or they just can't do it for themselves. That's why they hired you. That's why you have that job. And that's the problem. Your lifestyle revolves around your job. Your lifestyle revolves around your career. And until we get that straightened out, you're not going to have the lifestyle that you really should have. And what I'm going to do on today's show is I'm going to poke you in the ribs a little bit. I'm going to talk to you about my lifestyle. I want you to understand that there is a different path for you to follow, a lifestyle change that can occur for you, and you can make that lifestyle change effective today. You heard me correctly. You can make the decision today that you're going to change the trajectory of your life and that you're going to get yourself retired in the next 5 years. And that's where Lifestyles Unlimited comes in. We will help you accomplish that. It's not a pipe dream. It's not blowing smoke up your chimney. It's telling you legitimate information that you can use so that you can get yourself legitimately retired in the next 5 years. Not in the next 10 years, not in the next 15 years, not in the next 20, 30, 40 years, the next 5 years. I got it done in 2 years. Now, I'm not bragging. What you have to understand about my background is that I tried retiring after I left the United States military, and I failed. I was a failure at retirement. Yeah, I got 27 years in. The United States Army, they've selected me for retirement. I'm going to get a pension now. That means I get money that I don't actually have to work for. But the problem with the pension is it only pays me 1/3 of what I used to make when I was on active duty. So I had a huge financial problem in my household, and it forced me to get back into the workforce. See, in my mind's eye, I was retired. But the reality of my situation did not lead to being retired. It didn't lead to being retired at all. It led to get your butt back into the workforce because you don't have enough passive income coming in to sustain you and your family. So I found myself in a place called cubicle hell, We talk about cubicle hell all the time on this radio show. You might actually be listening to me from cubicle hell right now. And if you are, it's okay. We have a strategy that can get you out of cubicle hell. So I got myself out of cubicle hell, and I did it in 2 years. Again, I'm not bragging. What I'm really trying to tell you is how desperate I was with the fact that I had failed at retirement the first time around. I got a taste of retirement, but I could not endure retirement because I had to go back to cubicle hell. After 2 years of doing cubicle hell, I got myself retired. Who taught me how to do that? A guy by the name of Del Walmsley. Who's Del Walmsley? He's the founder and CEO of Lifestyles Unlimited. I joined Lifestyles Unlimited. They taught me everything that I know. As a matter of fact, everything that I share with you is information that I learned from Lifestyles Unlimited. There's nothing new that I make up. All of this information comes from Lifestyles Unlimited. Yeah, I'm serious about that. I just happen to be the messenger. Yeah, I'm the messenger. So what I was going to tell you about was I was going to tell you about my new lifestyle. Yeah, that old lifestyle, I killed it. I killed it off. How did I kill it off? By developing passive income. But before I get into how you do that, let me just tell you that while I do dedicate considerable time to staying up to date with the ever-evolving real estate industry, by researching investment strategies and preparing for this radio show, I also ensure that I make space in my life for several things that I absolutely love. You want to know what they are? Scuba diving, fishing. I actually like to call fishing catching. I'd rather go catching than fishing. And the other thing I love to do is I love to go on cruises with my beautiful bride, Tina, because it gives us an opportunity to just hang out together, mano a mano, nobody else around. Well, there's other people on the cruise boat, but you know what I mean. It's just her and I in an isolated place. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. I mean, all of these activities allow me to disconnect from the hustle and bustle of the world. They help me rejuvenate my spirit and really allows me to appreciate the magnificence of the natural world that we live in. And on today's show, I just don't want to focus on the professional side of things. Instead, we're going to focus on the lifestyle. So let's get into it. So I asked you at the beginning of the show, what does the lifestyle mean to you? And your answer would be whatever you're doing right now for your lifestyle. That's your answer. For me, it means that beyond the realm of real estate, I find solace and excitement in the aquatic environments. Yeah, that's what I love. I love things to do with water. I mean, I have developed a lifestyle where I enjoy anything water when I want to do it. Not on someone else's terms and conditions. I set the ground rules for when I go places, what I do, when I do it. I am in control. The only thing I don't control is when I have to do my radio show, because there's certain natural things that occur in the world that I have to comply with. But it's not a 40-hour-a-week thing. I do radio 3 hours a week. It's not a terrible amount of time. Yeah, there's time I spend preparing for radio, and of course I answer the emails that you all send me at askal@luinc.com. If you want to ask me anything real estate related, send me a question at askal@luinc.com, and what I will do is I will respond to you, and maybe I'll use it on the radio too, because you guys asked me some really, really good questions, and those questions benefit everybody, and that's why I will use them from time to time on the radio. So let me switch gears and let me talk to you about scuba diving. Yeah, scuba. And some of you are thinking, that terrifies me. Scuba diving terrifies me. Okay, it might terrify you. It doesn't terrify me. But I will tell you this about scuba diving. There's something truly captivating about descending into the depths of the ocean, or the depths of a lake, or the depths of a free-flowing river, and you get to experience the wonders of marine life, because the marine life envelops you. It's all around you. You can go into the water, you can spin around 360 degrees, and you get a full view of the world under the surface. It's beautiful. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. If you don't scuba dive, I'm telling you, you're missing out. Now, some of you would say, well, why don't you like skydive like Andy Webb does? Because I got a little fear of heights. Yeah. And the Army taught me don't jump out of a perfectly good airplane. Yeah. So I don't do those things, but Andy does it. And I'll tell you what, his wife, she holds a world record in skydiving. Yeah. That's an amazing thing. Yeah, she was on this. She's part of a team that jumped, I think, in Germany, and they created like the world record for the biggest formation in the air. But let's get back to my lifestyle. Let's keep talking about scuba diving. I think the thrill of exploring vibrant coral reefs, encountering majestic creatures. I mean, have you ever just like swum up on a rock and you look under the rock and there's two nurse sharks hanging out under the rock, just chilling out with each other? Have you ever experienced that? I have. It's awesome. And I will tell you, experiencing the serenity of the underwater world is unmatched. Experiencing the serenity of the underwater world, it's totally unmatched. I'm telling you, you got to do it. Now, scuba diving, this is the thing I love about it mostly. It allows me to disconnect from the demands of everyday life and to immerse myself into nature's beauty. And when I'm not diving, you'll probably find me casting my line into the water. Yeah, seeking the thrill of the catch. Remember, I told you, I go catching. I don't go fishing, I go catching. So catching, okay, we'll call it fishing because I know that's the term you're most familiar with. Fishing is not only a leisurely pastime for me, but also a chance to connect with nature and enjoy the peace and tranquility of the serene lakes or the rivers or the vast ocean. Whatever I'm fishing in, there is nature's majesty all around me. And it's so beautiful. I love immersing myself into the wonders of the world. I really do, because there's so many amazing things out there. And whether I'm on my own and I'm reflecting on those life's wonders, or I'm sharing the experience with friends or loved ones, the act of fishing, or in my case, the act of catching, is an opportunity for me to unwind and recharge my batteries. I'm serious about that. It's very important to me. You know, I routinely go fishing with some of my fellow Lifestyles Unlimited members. What a great opportunity to discuss real estate as well as to hang out with people that I now call my friends. When we come back from the break, I have more lifestyle to share with you. Stick around.
Got questions? Call Lifestyles Unlimited at 855-497-4335. The Real Estate Investor Radio Show continues next.
There is a dream killer here somewhere today. You're going to run into somebody that's going to tell you this stuff doesn't work. Like Vanette said, it's a scam. This is probably a multi-level marketing program. Somebody is going to tell you it doesn't work because you're the wrong race, the wrong age, the wrong sex, the wrong sexual preference, the something or other. And this is all set up so rich people can be successful and all you poor people can't. And if you believe that, they've won. But if you don't, you win.
Don't believe the dream killers. Start winning today with a Lifestyles Unlimited free workshop. Get the knowledge you need to replace your income in 2 to 5 years, and then find out how to take action. Register for the free online workshop at lifestylesunlimitedworkshop.com.
Creating the lifestyle you've always wanted. You're hearing Lifestyles Unlimited's Real Estate Investor Radio Show.
Welcome back to the second half of the Lifestyles Unlimited Real Estate Investor Radio Show. My name is Al Gordon, and on today's show, I'm just talking about my lifestyle. I'm talking to you about the lifestyle that I finally have been able to develop in my life. The lifestyle that I'm leading now is much more attractive to me than the lifestyle that I led in my past. Well, like you, I was a student. I went through grade school and high school, and maybe like you, I went to college, I earned a degree, and then probably like you, I got into the workforce, and I started trading time for money. Now, for me, that meant going into the United States Army. So I went into the United States Army, and they were paying me to do all the work that I was doing. And trust me, they were working me very, very hard. And I did that for 27 years. That was my lifestyle. My lifestyle, my self-image was that of an Army officer. That was my lifestyle. Everything that I did revolved around being a member of the Army, because that is a very important mission. It's a very important job, if you will. You have to be ready to go at a moment's notice, regardless of what type of unit you serve in, because you never know when you need to be in the game, so to speak. All right, so I did 27 years in the United States Army. That was my lifestyle, working, taking very little time for myself and my family. And that's just the lifestyle that I had. When I left the military and I thought I retired the first time, I found out that I wasn't really financially retired. Physically retired, yes. I had stepped away from the job. Financially retired, not so much. Even though I earn a pension, that pension doesn't pay me enough money to sustain my household. So what did I do? I did what most military retirees do. Go back into the workforce. Matter of fact, when you go through all the transition training, when you leave the military, that's what it's all about. All that transition training is designed to help you learn how to build resumes and do interviews and things like that, because you never really did that stuff in the United States Army, because now you have to go compete for a job. That's the transition plan. Go back into the workforce. So what did I find myself doing? Going back into the workforce. I got back into the workforce. I didn't get that six-figure-a-year job that I was hoping to get. I got a job that paid me enough money to stop the financial bleeding of my household, which was very important. And the new lifestyle became go to work every day, sit in cubicle hell for at least 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, sometimes on the weekend, and do that for 20 more years. And at the end of 20 years, I would get a second pension, because this job that I took had a pension component to it, and I'd be 70 years of age, and therefore I'd be eligible for maximum Social Security benefits. And hopefully, and again, that word is hopefully, I'd have enough money coming in passively at the age of 70 that I'd be able to live the rest of my life. But here was the problem. I was 53 years of age when all this stuff started coming down the pipeline. Okay, I was 50 years of age when I left the military. I was 53 years of age when I became a member of Lifestyles Unlimited, and I started changing the trajectory of my life. By the age of 55, I had achieved retirement. I left that job, literally left that job. That's how impactful it was on my life. I was able to leave that job. I mean, literally. I got up, Tina and I figured out that we were real estate retired. I went to work the next day and I gave my 2 weeks notice. You know what they did? They said, we don't even want you for 2 more weeks. Bye. I said, bye. So that was it. That's how I left the working environment. And I have been essentially retired ever since. Now, I do radio for Lifestyles Unlimited, but I do radio because it's a passion for me. This is a way for me to help you. And that's a very important element of what we do at Lifestyles Unlimited. We are all about helping other people. And when you become a member, you will find out that if you help enough other people achieve what they want in life, you too will achieve what you're trying to achieve based on your efforts. Yeah, it's probably too much for your head to deal with right now. So why don't we just get back into my lifestyle, shall we? Because that's what we're talking about here. Now, I do have to do some bragging about the fishing. I did go fishing over the weekend with my buddies, my Lifestyles Unlimited buddies. We went down to the coast and we did some fishing, and we caught over a dozen different species of fish, totaling well over 4 dozen fish in total. We were out there catching when people were watching us, because they were fishing. We were catching. We were having a great time. And we were talking about real estate the entire time. It was a blast. Now, there is an allure that hits me square between the eyes. The allure of exploring different destinations while indulging in the luxuries and amenities provided by a cruise ship. Man, I really dig that. That is super exciting to me. Now, when you embark on a cruise, for me, it allows me to satisfy my wanderlust and immerses me into new cultures, landscapes, and experiences. It's really cool. I mean, those cruise ships take me from vibrant cities to breathtaking coastal scenery, and each port of call offers a unique opportunity to discover more of the world's wonders. And if you haven't caught on to that yet, that's something I really enjoy doing. And whether it's Tina and I strolling down through historic towns or visiting iconic landmarks or simply savoring the local cuisine, every cruise itinerary is an invitation for us to broaden our horizons and create lasting memories as a couple, as two people in love. And moreover, cruises provide a comfortable and a convenient way to travel. Did you know that? It's very comfortable and very convenient. If you haven't tried a cruise, you ought to try it. I mean, you think about it. You're actually on a floating hotel. That's what a cruise ship is. It's a floating hotel that changes locations constantly. You go to bed in one port, you wake up the next morning and you're in a different port, a completely different place. It's amazing. And all the onboard amenities, all the entertainment options, some of the dining choices, they're incredible. And they ensure that there's always something to enjoy, whether Tina and I just decide, you know what we're going to do today? We're going to go out and we're going to relax by the pool. Or maybe she wants a spa treatment. Or maybe we just want to go listen to the comedians' jokes. Or maybe we want to go see the circus performers or whoever else is entertaining us on the boat. I mean, we can do anything we want, whenever we want, and it's a beautiful thing. Now, ultimately, my lifestyle is characterized by a deep appreciation for the natural world and a drive to help others succeed in the realm of real estate investing. So how did I create this scenario? Well, I did it by harnessing the power of passive income. Now, passive income has been the game changer in my life. If you haven't picked up on it yet, it's the passive income that I developed by investing correctly into real estate assets that became the game changer for me. The pension still comes in, but the pension does not provide enough money. I mean, the concept of passive income revolves around earning money with minimal effort and time once the initial setup is complete. What it means is that even while I sleep or I take time off, I'm out fishing or scuba diving or going on cruises, money keeps flowing into my bank account. And one of the most remarkable aspects of passive income is its ability to break free from the constraints of trading time for money. I have broken free from that stuff. And unlike traditional employment, where your income is directly tied to the hours you work, passive income allows me to generate earnings through various sources, i.e. different real estate assets that don't require me to have constant active involvement. The investments that I make has somebody who does that for me. That means I can pursue my other passions in life. I can spend quality time with the ones I love, and I can have a more flexible lifestyle. Another incredible benefit of passive income is its potential for scalability. Yeah, I already kind of mentioned that to you. I mean, by diversifying my income streams, in other words, by putting my money not all in one particular place, but by putting my money into different assets, I can create multiple sources of passive income, each contributing its share to my overall financial well-being. My passive income is developed through two sources, my pension and my rental properties. My rental properties are doing better than my pension's doing. That was my secret to success. Yeah, that's how I developed even more money over and above what the pension pays me. I had to go out and develop passive streams of income. And that passive income provides me the opportunity to build wealth over time and allows me to do it exponentially. Yeah, I buy one today. I own and operate it. At a future date, I sell that. I make enough money off the sale that I can go and buy two to replace it. I own and operate those two for a period of time. I get to a certain point and I sell those two. And I get enough money from those two that allows me to go out and buy four. That's the exponential factor. And passive income has also provided me with a sense of stability and resilience because I know that money's coming in. It's coming in. Now, traditional jobs, you think those are dependable, right? I think those are unpredictable. I think they're subject to economic fluctuations. I think they're subject to layoffs. I think they're subject to industry changes. I think they're subject to things that you can't control. And as a result of that, you have in your future a potential financial crisis waiting for you because you've got that job. But by having passive streams of income, I have developed a safety net that shields me from unexpected financial crises. If one source of income temporarily falters, let's say because I decide to sell a house that produces passive income, so when I sell that house, that income stream is going to stop. But that's not a problem because I can rely on the other streams of income to maintain my financial stability. And if selling that house was going to put me in the pauper's chair, I wouldn't sell that house. But selling that house is not going to put me in the pauper's chair. Selling that house is going to give me that opportunity to exponentially scale up. And passive income has empowered me to pursue my dreams and explore new opportunities. Now, I'm going to share with you something that I probably shouldn't share with you, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. You ready for this? I've been boat shopping. Yeah, you heard me correctly. I've been boat shopping. And some of you are screaming at the radio, don't you know that a boat is a hole in the water that you throw money into? Yes, I am aware of that. I have owned 4 boats in my past. So I'm well aware of the financial problems associated with owning a boat. You're probably concerned that it's going to be an impact on my financial livelihood. Okay, well, let me explain to you what I'm going to do and how I'm going to make sure that it doesn't impact my financial livelihood. But also by doing this, by buying a boat, it gives me even further access into waterways that I can't get to on my own right now. Yeah, I've got some kayaks, but those aren't really good for offshore fishing. You know where I'm going? Okay, so how do I pay for this boat? Do I take money out of my investment account and just go and buy that boat? No, that's not how I do it. The way I do it is I first find myself some real estate and I go buy that real estate. I get that real estate developing that cash flow, that passive income stream. And I'm going to need, in order for the boat that I want to buy, I'm going to have to buy a small multifamily apartment community in order to pay for that boat. Is that a problem? No, it's not. And here's why it's not a problem. Because I have the money for either the apartment community or the boat. Now, here's the thing. If I use the money to buy the boat doesn't provide me any passive income streams. And therefore, I would not be able to use that money to pay for an apartment community. But if I buy the apartment community and that apartment community pays me an income stream, which it will, I can use that income stream to offset the costs of the boat, therefore financing my lifestyle. Do you see how that works? If you're trading time for money and you go and buy a boat, that's just another liability against your household. You haven't done anything to increase the income streams to your household. And as a result of that, that's the wrong way to buy a boat. The right way to buy a boat is to go out and buy the real estate that will pay ultimately for the boat itself. Isn't that a beautiful thing? All right, I'm done bragging about my lifestyle. What I really want you to do is I want you to be in a position where you can brag about your lifestyle. I would love to hear about how your lifestyle has changed because of real estate investing. If you want to send me a quick note at askal@luinc.com, that's askal@luinc.com. Tell me what you're doing for real estate investing. Tell me how real estate investing is changing your life. Tell me how real estate investing has possibly created a lifestyle for you, because I love hearing the good news of what passive income does for you. And if you're in a situation right now where you have no passive income coming in, that's not a problem. We can help you too. Go to lifestylesunlimited.com, sign up for a free workshop, and let's get you going.
The information and opinions you hear on the Lifestyles Unlimited Real Estate Investor Radio Show are those of the host, guests, and callers. The Lifestyles Unlimited Real Estate Investor Radio Show is for entertainment purposes only. Please consult a professional regarding your personal investment needs. Nothing presented constitutes an endorsement, recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any product or security.